when I look at someone like Renee Good or someone like Alex Preddy, you can see it's exactly what you're saying, that they are brainwashed and they think they are doing God's work. I have clip after clip after clip of people like them talking about that. I wonder if it's because millennials just don't have any meaning in their lives. And I say this as a person who grew up in California, surrounded by very wealthy people that don't have a heck of a lot to worry about. And I find that they create problems in their lives because they need some sort of meaning, some sort of survival struggle. I feel like these kids have nothing, like everything's easy. Food is plentiful, everything, call Uber Eats, call DoorDash. Everything is right at your fingertips, delivered to your door. And this to them is like, I have meaning. My grandparents fought the Nazis and now I have a meaning in my life. Do you think I'm taking this a step too far? Do you think there's something to that?
I don't think it's humanly possible for you to be more right. Speaking of your rich neighborhood, I have a guy, he's super wealthy, one of these entrepreneur types, and he lives in this super ritzy place in Utah where they all have 20-acre plots. I think there's only like 15 plots. This amazing exclusive community, armed guards, all that crap. And okay, these are people who want for nothing. Most of them retired, want for nothing. It's all Lamborghinis and stuff like that. There is a never-ending squabble about where you put your culvert and his fence. They are at each other's throats at all times. These people in between private jet trips to the Alps to go skiing come back home and just start tearing each other apart because human beings are made to struggle. We have to struggle for something. We have to feel like we are fighting for something. Yeah. I believe that is how God made us. I'll always believe that. And if you don't find the right thing to struggle for, then you will find the wrong thing to struggle for. People who don't ever get involved in any of the endless weird crap that we argue about, you know what they are? They're fighting for food every single day. You go to some poor country in Africa that's living below the poverty line. They can't find clean water. You're probably going to die of diarrhea at the age of 25. Yeah. They don't give a crap about any of these freaking things because they don't have time. They have different struggles in life. But as soon as you get to the place where we are, and we're blessed to be here as a country where every single person has access to clean drinking water, you're probably feet away right now from a faucet full of clean drinking water, where you can adjust the temperature in your car or office, just a little flick of this or that, and you can live at whatever temperature you want. Even when we have our struggles about bills and debt and things like that, those aren't the kind of struggles that keep you grinding for it every single day. In a society that gets this rich, fat, and bored has degenerated basically every single time in human history. It's a very common tale.
I could point them in so many different directions. It's staggering. Like, I know, go after big insurance, the military industrial complex. Like, there's so many places to channel this energy. And yet they are completely propagandized. And I wanted to throw up, have you seen, I'm sure you've seen this, but in case anybody hasn't, okay, now,
I saw.
Right? Okay, so for anybody who hasn't seen this, they basically made him, look how much more muscle they put on the guy. They filled in his beard, they made his nose smaller, they widened his face, they broadened his shoulders. So, how, and I bring this up because, what was he too ugly to care about MSNBC? The fact that I got one more for you. I just read an article because in case Americans are not sympathetic to other people, all of us love dogs, right? I just read an article about how ICE is leaving dogs behind that belong to undocumented immigrants so that all the dog lovers will be like, these animals are abandoning the dogs. The propaganda is insane.
Well, I think we have to understand, as much as we don't like that word propaganda, no one likes that word because there's so many negatives that come with it, right? You picture Goebbels or something like that.
Yes.
But the truth is that we all have to participate in our side of it. And when we see lies, when we see things like you just pointed out, all of us, everybody watching, you, me, we have to point that out, because if you're not out there spreading the truth, then the lies are simply going to take over, and they'll be absolutely everything. It'll be the entire information space.
Yeah.
The best way to do it is to participate. I made this comparison yesterday on the radio. It's the most ham-fisted, stupid analogy of all the ones I've ever come up with, and that's saying something. But that game, Hungry Hungry Hippos, everybody remembers it, where you have the little round plate, and there's all the balls in the middle, and then there's the big hippos around the side, and you're pressing the button trying to get the hippos to grab the balls, right? Well, that's really what we're all involved in, and the balls are the people in our society, and what's happening is they are competing to grab those people with lies and pull them in. Grab them in. Lie about everything all the time. Grab them in. And human beings generally don't want to change their mind once they've settled on something. We can't afford not to play. You have to sit down and you have to try to grab them too. You can sit and complain at them. You can call communists liars or hypocrites. But as I already pointed out, that would be like telling a basketball player he jumps really high. That it's a compliment. They're trying to lie. Of course, they know they're hypocrites. They don't care about that. That doesn't move them. The only way to counter this is to counter it with the truth. You know, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness does not overcome it. We have to be the light.
All right, guys, if you like this clip and you want to watch the full episode, click here. And if you want more content like this, you can subscribe to the show by clicking here.